Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day and my new do. My hair's actually dirty, so I have to take a, shower and wash it. But here it is. This is how it looks. Delightful, delicious, a little crazily curly. Okay. Now that Patty's gone, boy, that was quick. She was just zoom, zim, zam. And now the birds are using my hair to swoop off and probably build nests. I'll be fiddling for a bit. Not on camera, though. I'm not going to do that. All right. Anyhow, I thought I'd go ahead and tackle the prize winner question or answer it. And he wanted me to go into why. He said, why shouldn't we... Let me get cozy here. Why shouldn't we focus on Russia and at the same time do other things like look into the interstate cross-check and all that? Okay, well, the main reason why we shouldn't be focusing on Russia is if people would have read the contents of the WikiLeaks, which is what this is all about. If you remember, it's all about that. It totally shows there is no collusion with Russia. Russia is not involved in the least, ladies and gentlemen. And like I said earlier, they're moving the goalposts. At first it was they hacked, and then people are still saying hacked. I heard some speech of Hillary saying the hacked WikiLeaks, Russian WikiLeaks, and all this crap. There's absolutely no proof for that. They've talked to actual CIA whistleblowers, ex-CIA people that have been interviewed. And they said, first of all, if anything like that would have unfolded, the NSA would have completely caught it. There's just no... I need a sip of coffee. It would have been totally caught by the NSA. It was not, ladies and gentlemen, because it didn't happen. So that's why we should not be wasting resources or any of this on a probe that is based on a falsehood, a total falsehood. Okay. And that John McAfee, I think I said his name wrong in another video. John McAfee. MC, new word, AFFE, I think, or AFEE. He created the, protection for the computer, whatever it's called, antivirus stuff. Was interviewed about it. He said, no, there's no way this could have happened the way they're saying. So that's why. There's no proof whatsoever, that Russia was involved with anything. Influencing, hacking definitely is out. What was the other thing? Colluding with, all this stuff. And now they're so desperate to keep people's focus off the contents of the WikiLeaks that they are willing to just, take Donald Trump's staff to task. Like this one met with a Russia something or other and did whatever. Okay. Also, in the emails, remember, again, ladies and gentlemen, this whole thing was what came out when the leak occurred, not the hack, but the leak, and not Russia, okay, was the fact that the DNC was colluding. The DNC is the one that colluded with the media to elevate what they called Pied Piper candidates that would pull the rest of the Republicans to the far right. They wanted to elevate Ben Carson. They wanted to elevate Donald Trump and Ted Cruz because they're considered a little fringe-like, thereby pulling the whole narrative on the other side so far to the right that people would have no choice but to vote for dear sweet Hillary to bring them out. There's letters in there that you can look at. Look at the WikiLeaks and you'll see why. Not only is it wrong on all levels to do this, to blame Russia for something that really the DNC and the media did. They colluded. It's also extremely dangerous. And remember I said before, always ask, who does this benefit? Who does this benefit? Well, who does it benefit when we have these amped up animosity toward Russia? It would be the NATO forces, ladies and gentlemen, and the military-industrial complex. That is who directly benefits from this manufactured nonsense that Russia was somehow involved in influencing the outcome of our election. That is why I hope I'm answering Nicholas's question. This is why I don't think that we should just concentrate on this. It's silly. It's like, let's have an investigation to see if anything happened, rather than going by clues. You know, it'd be like, let's investigate Lisa Hauserman. She might have killed somebody in Houston in 1986. When there's no proof, so they just go digging around for stuff. Once again, I will reiterate, the CIA had a tool. This came out in the WikiLeaks, Vault 7. The CIA had a tool where they could make it look like person X did something that they really did. They can put their fingerprints on it or whatever. So I highly suggest that you look at that video that I supplied the other last night, and then I did one under a recent... I'll go ahead and put it here too. I think it's still copied. It's the Sane Progressive back in December talking about this madness over the fake Russia story, how dangerous it is, and how they would start to frame it like this was an act of war, and this is cyber war and all this stuff. There is no proof. I'll tell you what there is. What people should be focusing on, of course, is how Israel is involved with shenanigans like this. Israel was given some top secret documents and whatnot from, I forget his name now, but they are able to get in and influence and change things and whatever. It was not Russia. So that's why it's a waste of time. And if they are not concentrating on anything else. It is all Russia all the time. I've received emails from like MoveOn.org and Senator this and Congressman X, Y, and Z. Russia is the most pressing issue of our day. Please sign this petition to make sure that an independent council is on board. And then if you follow the connections of the independent council, they're always somehow connected to the Clinton Foundation, blah, blah, blah. James Comey, for example, I believe it's his brother-in-law, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, going off the top of my head. That is literally works for the accounting firm that takes care of the Clinton Foundation books. Do you see, ladies and gentlemen, why I object so strongly to this fake Russia narrative that only jacks up tensions between these two superpowers? Russia could blow us off the map with their nuclear armament. And people like Rachel Maddow and the words they use, the language they use, you'll notice now they've moved the dialogue along to anybody in Trump's campaign that met with a Russian one time. It started out hacking, and then it was influencing, and then it was interfering, and it was colluding. All of these things, it's a waste of our money, of our time. You know what they should be concentrating on right now, the most important thing, is free and fair elections. Our voting system is totally screwed. These people that think they're going to primary this one or get rid of that corporate Democrat, they're really going to have to work at it because it's easy to flip those machines, ladies and gentlemen. They're owned by corporations. So that should be the foremost of anybody's brain, is talking about the election process. I'm getting a message from Judith M. Villeneuve of Maine. She'd like me to call her, so I think I'm going to do that. Wake me up. She thinks she'll wake me up if she calls me. Okay. Clearly, she's not glued to my morning videos, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to take her aside. Okay. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that hopefully has me answering Nicholas's question. I'm going to provide that link once again in the description to the Sane Progressive back in December, who documented all of the shenanigans that went on in the primaries. Thank you. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging and coming at you thoughts of the day with my new do.